Hello, Terrence Keene, 6 feet tall, New York City. And this is my taped audition for your production of It's a Wonderful Life. I'm reading Potter, Clarence, and Billy. Thank you very much.
Potter. Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later. But just what exactly did you want to see me about?
George. Now that's just what I like so much about you. George, I'm an old man, and most people hate me. But I don't like them either, so that makes it about even. You know as well as I do, George, that I run practically everything in this town, but the Bailey Building and Loan. And you also know that for a number of years now I've been trying to get control over it, or to kill it, but I haven't been able to do it. You've been stopping me. In fact, you've beaten me, George, and that takes some doing. Take during the Depression, for instance. You and I were the only ones that kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest of it.
Yes, well, most people say you stole all the rest.
The envious ones say that, George. The suckers. Now, let's take a look at your son. A young man, 27, 28, married, earning, say, 40 a week?
45.
45. Now, if you were some ordinary yokel, I'd say you were doing pretty well. But George Bailey is intelligent, ambitious. He hates the building and loan almost as much as I do. He's been dying to get out of this town ever since he was born. A young man, the smartest of the bunch, mind you, who has to sit by and watch his friends go places because he's trapped. Trapped into frittering his life away, playing nursemaid to a bunch of garlic eaters. Do I paint a correct picture, George, or do I exaggerate?
What's your point, Mr. Potter?
My point is you're the only one in town who's licked me. I want to hire you. Manage my affairs. I'll pay you $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year?
You wouldn't mind living in the nicest house in town, would you? Buying your wife a lot of fine clothes, a couple of business trips to New York a year, maybe Europe once in a while? You wouldn't mind that, now would you, George?
Clarence.
Here, let me help you up. The snow is quite cold.
What's wrong with Mr. Gower?
Mr. Gower doesn't know you, George. You see, George, you weren't there to stop Gower from putting that poison into that prescription.
What do you mean I wasn't there? What are you, a hypnotist? Why am I seeing all these strange things here?
Don't you understand? It's because you were never born.
Then if I wasn't born, who am I?
You're nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean, no identity? My name's George Bailey.
Oh, no, there is no George Bailey. You have no papers, no cards, no driver's license, no 4F card, no insurance policy.
Sulu's petals.
What?
Sulu's petals. My little girl, some petals fell off her flower. I told her I'd fix it and stuck them in my pocket. But they're gone too. Everything is gone.
But you've been given a great gift, George. A chance to see what the world would be like if you had never been born.
You're crazy. You're crazy as a bedbug, and you're driving me crazy too. Now look, I'm going home to my wife and family. Do you understand that? And I'm going home alone. Billy.
George, George!
Uncle, what's going on? The bank examiner's here and Yeah. He wants the accounts payable. What's the matter with you?
It's the money, George. The 8,000.
What, Uncle Billy? What happened to it?
I don't know. I was going to deposit it. But when I got to the bank, I didn't have it.
$8,000, Uncle Billy. The bank examiner is waiting in our office, and it's not our money. It belongs to our depositors.
Sorry, George. I just don't know what happened.
Well, the first place you look is in your coat pocket. I told you to put it there when you left.
I'm just no good to you, George. I'm just no good.
Let's go then. We have to retrace our steps. We'll leave no stone unturned.
But, George, I did that. I looked everywhere. I went back. I retraced every single step. It's gone.
Now listen to me. Think. Try and think.
Oh, I can't think anymore, George. I can't. I'm so sorry. It's really gone.
We need that money, you stupid, silly old fool. We need it. Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. That's what it means. One of us is going to jail. Hell, it's not going to be me. Now get out of my way. I'm going home.